What's going on, everybody? This is Lifting Joe 2.0. Bodybuilding with a bit of wrestling. How you guys doing? My name is Joe, originally from Jersey, living in Florida. Big time bodybuilding fan. My number one favorite sport of all time. Pro wrestling, fun to watch. Uh, so, those stuff I want to talk about that I like, that interests you too as well. But this podcast will be uh, you asking questions and allowing you to answer them too. So I'll answer some, and then in my next episode, whatever tips you give, I'll read them to the audience. So it's not just about me knowing what I know, but this share. I grew up in the gym atmosphere, and there was times where I would have asked certain people about tips, and they weren't so good about giving tips. So I total opposite. Why not share the wealth? Share the insight. Help others. And build up others. Physically and mentally. Best way to do it. So let's get right into it. So 5 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. Top two, Samson Dowla and Hadi Chupan. Now, this is a hard one to pick. One, Samson, tall dude. He's got great lines. His symmetry is amazing. His front, side shots. When he does a back, for some reason, there's something missing in his back. Just slightly. I think a little more thickness, just slightly. Especially when he hits the back double. Just a little more. His back needs a little more something because there's something off. Not completely, but just slightly. But he could still win it because his packaging and his posing is amazing. Now Hadi, this guy, former, he won the Mr. Olympia. Thickness everywhere. Conditioning is sick. It's just crazy. But here's the thing: shorter guy, compact. Can Samson's symmetry outshine Hadi? Because at the end of the day, your posing, your presentation, and what you show, you want the judges to look at you more. So the judges are looking at you more than the other guy. The probability is you're gonna get better shot of winning the show. So that's gonna be interesting to see these two. I truly think these two are gonna be one and two for sure, definitely. And we know Samson won it last year. He won the Arnold Classic in Columbus, and then the UK just a few weeks afterwards, and he won that one. So it's gonna be interesting for him to defend his title, while Hadi is basically want to show everybody, okay, I took second at the Olympia, but all you other guys ain't gonna beat me. So, because he did beat everybody else at the last Olympia, even though he took second. Samson didn't beat him at the Olympia. The only guy that bet him was Derek. So let's say Samson does win. He wins the Arnold Classic, and then goes to the UK and wins that one. Olympia bound for sure, automatically. But he's going to be rolling in with a win, two big wins for the Olympia. And then it would be a question of whether he can beat Derek. But right now, here's the thing. You're talking about the guys that are going to compete currently at the next show, which is the Arnold Classic and the Olympia. But Nick Walker. If Nick Walker was at the Olympia, this would have been a totally different picture. Now, from what I understood, Nick is not doing the Arnold. If you see his updates, which is amazing, it's pretty clear that he likes to stay in shape. He doesn't like to get too a little bit sloppy like the guys used to do back in the day. So I think if he doesn't do the Arnold, which is, I don't think he is, but if he does, that'd be a surprise. I think he'll do the New York Pro. Call it like I see it. New York Pro. He's a Jersey boy, like I am. New York Pro is one of the biggest shows there in the Tri-State area. He goes, wins that show, qualifies for the Olympia, and then gives all these guys a headache. Because you know that Nick Walker is going to come in. Because of what happened last year, so close, and messing up his turning his hamstring, not able to compete. He's going to take names. He's going to show everybody that he is the one that's supposed to be Mr. Olympia. Because, not for anything, front, side, back, you know. Now, and he has an advantage. Even though he got hurt, now I can see what kind of package these guys bought and say, well, I can do better. He says, well, I know what to work on, what to improve on, and get it from there. So imagine this. Imagine this scenario. Samson wins. He wins the Arnold UK, gets ready for the Olympia. Nick is just training, getting ready. And he's right now off season and getting closer. Does the New York Pro, qualifies, does the Olympia, and wins. What then? Think about it. Maybe the torn hamstring, instead of being something that happened that was bad, it became a blessing. And he ends up beating everybody. And then no one can beat him from there on. I think he'll win 4 straight. If he wins this year, the Olympia, 3 more, 4 straight. I don't want to go too far ahead. You know, I'm saying 4, but I think 4 is going to be like the number, right? The short-term number. I don't know like what goal he has as far as winning the amount of Olympias. Does he want to break the 8-time record? I don't know. But if you notice lately, there hasn't been too much big-time repeat winners. Hadi only won it once. Right? Before Hadi, it was, Brandon Curry. He didn't win it. Then it was Big Ramy. He won it too, but then his back. Which brings me to another. What if he comes back? And I think he is. Big Ramy comes back and improves. Because remember, his issue was his back. He had a hard time flexing his back. His triceps got a bit smaller, and it was a nerve situation. His nerves were not firing on all cylinders. So think about it. This year, you got Samson, you got Hadi, you got Derek defending title, you got Nick Walker, who I think will win, and then you got Big Ramy. What then? So this Olympia, if all of them show up, I think Nick Walker will have it, because he also has those good lines. He's kind of balanced. He's balanced very well for the size that he's at. And we always know that Big Ramy, his legs were always too big to his upper body, but he was able to, the last 2 that he did were able to like equal out the upper with the lower. But then the last one he did, he lower, his back wasn't, he would flex and it wasn't, he had a hard time. He wasn't even posing right. If you can't pose right, that's a problem. But we'll see. So tonight is the Royal Rumble. Alright? A lot of rumors are heading out there. There are a couple of guys that, especially one particular person that was on AEW. Will he show up? Because he's not there. There's two guys from AEW that are not there no more that may show up at the Royal Rumble. We're gonna have to wait and find out. So let's see that. If you're seeing that tonight, let's talk about that tomorrow on the next episode. Here's another thing. Let's say they had a Royal Rumble, right? They had the Royal Rumble, we got the regular one, but they decided to do one. Hear me out, just for fun. If they had the top bodybuilders in the world do the Royal Rumble, who will win? Who do you think would take and throw out all the bodybuilders from the top rope? Now, I have my pick, and it ain't Nick Walker. Love the guy, Jersey boy like me. But if I had to choose which pro bodybuilder would win the Royal Rumble and take out all these other bodybuilders out the ring, I think wholeheartedly, because I'm thinking about their intensities, how they look like maniacs in the gym. Guy, Sister Nino. He would take out everybody because when he was competing and training, out of his mind. It was it was fun to watch him train. And I learned, that's how much I train. I train out of my mind when I'm going to the gym. I may not be the biggest guy, but I'm definitely the most intense guy. But I think Guy Sister Nino will win the Royal Rumble. Because it would just be going out of his mind. Just throwing people out everywhere. So let me know what you take about that. Also, what's your favorite body part to train? Or is there a body part that you think you need to work on to improve? Let me know. And I'll try to answer my best my ability. But also, this is a community. So, you ask the question, I'll give an answer. And I'll read from the community what their tips are. So, pick a body part that you may want to work on. I'll give you my intake about it. And we'll go from there. So, I'll see you out guys soon. And let's see what happens tonight at Royal Rumble. Peace out.